You know the names. When you think of America's most elite warriors, Navy SEALs and Army Green Berets are probably the first two that come to mind. And for a lot of people, they're basically the same thing, super soldiers you send on the toughest missions. But here's the thing, that couldn't be further from the truth.
So let's just ask it straight up. Are they really just interchangeable commandos? The short answer? Not even close. And understanding why they're so different really opens your eyes to two completely different philosophies of modern war. Okay, let's get into it. So the big myth, the thing almost everyone gets wrong, is that you can just swap one for the other. The reality is that we're talking about two unique forces, each one purpose-built for a very different kind of fight. One is a scalpel, the other is a teacher. Let's break down exactly what that means.
All right, first up, let's talk about the legends of the deep, the Navy SEALs. And their name itself gives you a huge clue about what they're all about. I mean, it's right there in the name. SEAL is an acronym: sea, air, and land. And yeah, they come from the Navy, so they're absolute masters of the water, but that name tells you everything. They're designed to operate anywhere, under any conditions. They are the military's premier all-environment strike force. And their mission list says it all. We're talking direct action raids, counterterrorism, capturing high-value targets. It's all about short duration, high-intensity, kinetic action. Think of them as a lightning strike. They hit a target hard and fast, create chaos, and then they're gone. And to create that kind of operator, you need an absolutely brutal training pipeline. At the heart of it all is BUDS, which ends with the infamous Hell Week. It's 5.5 days of nonstop work, cold, wet, and miserable, on maybe 4 hours of sleep total for the entire week. The whole point is to find your absolute limit, and then force you to operate way past it. It forges warriors who physically cannot quit. Now, let's completely shift gears. I mean, we're talking a totally different kind of soldier now, the Army Green Berets. Their official name is the U.S. Army Special Forces, but they've got this nickname that just perfectly sums up what they do, the soldier diplomats. And their entire philosophy is baked right into their motto, De oppresso liber. It's Latin, and it means to free the oppressed. Right away, that tells you this isn't just about winning a single firefight. It's about a much bigger mission, helping other people win their own freedom. So look at their missions. It's not about quick raids. It's about unconventional warfare and foreign internal defense. This is the long game. Green Berets are designed to go into a foreign country, embed with local forces for months, sometimes years, and train them, advise them, and lead them. They're what we call force multipliers. And their training reflects that mission completely. The Q course, as it's called, is incredibly long and intellectually demanding. Yeah, it's tough physically, but the real test is mental. Candidates spend months learning a new language, mastering foreign cultures, and developing the skills to be teachers and mentors, not just fighters. So you can see what's happening here, right? You've got two elite pipelines that are forging two fundamentally different types of operators. One is a physical crucible, creating strikers. The other is a mental and cultural academy, creating mentors. So let's put them right next to each other. And man, when you put it on a chart, the differences just jump out at you. The SEAL's primary mission is direct action. The Green Berets is unconventional warfare. A SEAL platoon is 16 operators, built for a raid. A Green Beret ODA, or A-Team, is a 12-man unit of specialists, weapons, medic, comms, designed to operate alone and train a whole army. One side values amphibious skills, the other values language skills. One deploys for short, intense hits, the other moves in for the long haul. This all leads to two completely different cultures. SEAL culture is built around relentless physical toughness to get that immediate, high-impact result. Green Beret culture is built around strategic thinking and mental endurance to shape the battlefield over months and years. It's really the difference between winning a single fight and changing the entire course of a war. The differences are so massive, it really makes you wonder, could one person ever actually cross that divide? Could someone serve in both of these communities? Well, the short answer is almost never. And that's because these aren't just different jobs. They're different identities, different career tracks, and completely different mindsets that are forged over years of specialized experience. It's almost impossible for a few big reasons. First, military red tape makes it a nightmare to transfer between branches. Second, the trust within these tiny teams takes years to build. And let's be honest, who would want to put themselves through a second, completely different but equally agonizing selection process? But beyond all that, each pipeline is designed to find a different kind of person. One geared for explosive action, the other for patient mentoring. It's not just a change of uniform, it's a fundamental change in who you are as an operator.
But almost impossible isn't the same as impossible. Incredibly, there are a few unicorns out there. A guy like Master Sergeant Kevin Holland is maybe the most famous example. A man who served as a Navy SEAL, including at the legendary Devergrew, and then went on to serve in an elite Army Special Mission Unit. The level of skill and adaptability to do that is just staggering. So if we had to boil this entire thing down to one core idea, what would it be? Well, I think the best way to really understand the difference is with a simple but really powerful metaphor.
It all comes down to this. Navy SEALs are the scalpel. They are a precise, sharp weapon used for surgical strikes. You use them to go in, remove a specific threat cleanly and effectively, and then get out. The Green Berets, they're the teacher. They are a force multiplier who, instead of just removing one threat today, teaches an entire friendly army how to defend itself for the long term.
So you have a weapon, and you have a teacher. They are both elite, both absolutely indispensable to America's defense. But they are not the same. And that leaves us with one final question to think about. In the complex, messy conflicts of the 21st century, which one is ultimately more powerful?